Click the Join button and get access to all the lessons in the playlist Chess Lessons for Beginners. We will learn the theme Chess opening traps in this lesson. An opening trap is any tricky move that contains a hidden threat and provokes an opponent to a natural move that in fact turns out to be erroneous. You need to be careful about the intentions of the opponent so as not to fall into the trap. Analyze the actions of the opponent. Constantly ask yourself the question, why did the opponent move just like that? What was he up to? Consider this as an example. Let's make moves e4, e5, knight f3, knight f6, knight takes e5. If black continues to play the mirror, knight takes e4, he will fall into the trap. Queen e2. The white queen attacked the knight. If black makes a natural move, knight f6, leaving the attack, he will lose. Knight c6, check. White attacked the queen with the knight and checked the black king. Queen e7 and knight takes e7. Black can resign. I note that on the third move, d6 is correct, knight f3, and only now knight takes e4. The playing is equal. Black can move queen e7 on the fourth move, giving the knight but then playing it back. Queen takes e4, d6, d4, d takes e5, knight c6. White has a small advantage. The following example relates to psychological traps. Let's analyze it. e4, c6, knight c3, d5, knight f3, d takes e4, knight takes e4, knight f6. Black attacks the e4 knight. White makes a trap, move queen e2, diverting the attention of black. Black wants to develop pieces and moves knight bd7. Black strengthens the knight in case of exchange on f6 square. But this natural move is a fatal mistake. Black surrounded his king, and white with move knight d6 checkmates him. The white queen holds e7 pawn. Black cannot take the knight. The famous Estonian grandmaster Paul Keres played this beautiful game in 1950. Positional opening traps are also common in chess. We will take as an example the game of the great American chess player Paul Morphy. The game was played in Paris in 1858. e4, e5, knight f3, d6, d4, bishop g4. Mistake. Black gets great difficulties in defending after this move. Initiative belongs to white. It was better e takes d. After bishop g4, White gets a strong attack. D takes E, bishop takes f3, queen takes f3, D takes E. If D takes E on the fourth move, then black lost a pawn. Queen takes d8, king d8, knight e5. So D takes E, bishop takes f3, queen f3. D takes E, bishop c4, threatens to checkmate on f7. Knight f6, queen b3, already the tactical trap. If black takes a pawn, knight takes e4, mistake. Then bishop takes f7, check, king e7, and queen e6, checkmate. Therefore, queen e7 was on the seventh move of black. Knight c3. White developed new pieces in the game. The variant queen takes b7, queen b4 check, queen takes b4, bishop b4 check leads to a small advantage of white. After knight c3, black moved c6. Bishop g5, developing another piece and binding the knight. b5, black mistakes in the hard position. A beautiful sack and a strong attack follows. Knight takes b5, c takes b5, bishop takes b5, check. Knight b d7, long castling, attacking the knight. Rook d8, rook takes d7, sack of exchange. Rook takes d7, rook d1. Look, all white pieces attacks, but pieces of black, rook and bishop, aren't developed. Another pieces defend its king. Queen e6, freeing the knight from the bind. Bishop takes d7, check. Knight takes d7, and queen b8, check, queen sacrifice. Knight takes b8 and rook d8, checkmate. So, already on the third move, black fell into the trap, got into the worst position, and lost the game. And now homework. Let's move e4, e6, d4, d5, e5, c5, c3, knight c6, knight f3, queen b6, bishop d3, c takes d. White moved c takes d4, putting a clever trap. Question: can the knight take a pawn by knight takes d4? What's happened next? Homework 2. Let's move e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop b5, knight f6, short castling, knight g4, h3, h5. Can white take a knight by h takes g4? What's happened next? And homework 3. Analyze the next game and answer the question. e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4, bishop c5, c3, knight f6, d4. e takes d4, c takes d4, bishop b6, d5, knight e7, e5, knight e4, d6, c takes d, e takes d, knight takes f2, queen b3, knight h1, bishop f7, king f8, bishop g5, bishop f2, king e2, queen a5, bishop e7, checkmate. The question: why black lost? Find the final mistakes. Answer for the homework you can see in our next 13th lesson. And now the answer for the question of the homework previous 11th lesson. There was a question in the first task why black didn't have time to develop his pieces and lost. Answer: after the move e4, e5, knight f3, f6, knight takes e5, black moved f takes e5. This erroneous move opened the black king and gives white a strong attack. Black cannot develop his pieces from the checks to his king. The second question: how white is better to defend the king, by the queen or by the bishop, in the position on the screen? Answer: by the bishop. The black queen entered the game early and can be attacked by the white pieces and pawns. Black has a little time for developed pieces and gets a weak position. The white pieces ready to attack, but a black pieces passively stay on the initial squares. The answer for the second task of the previous 11th lesson. After f4, e6, g4 mistake, white weaks e1, h4 diagonal. Therefore, black checkmate white king by the move queen h4. It is the fastest checkmate in chess and it is called fool's mate. We will analyze the basic rules in the middle of the game in the next 13th lesson. See you!